One dial for ludicrous speed.
Okay, my dear Greg Saunders.
Gregory.
Eagle-looking Greg, your dough.
And we're rolling, Gregory.
Greg Saunders.
Greg Saunders.
Greg Saunders!
Wow! Hey, great!
Look at it.
We interrupt this sound file to bring you a terrifying announcement.
Are you aware that you're leaking coolant at an alarming rate?
Show us the skills that have made you a media darling.
Well, I'm glad we got all that out in the open.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Saturday Morning Stateline Show.
You all know you can't use drugs in the Olympics, right? But you can use makeup and surgery to win Miss World and beauty contests. That's just wrong. I'm Greg. He's Tom. It's episode 111 of the Saturday Morning Stateline Show. May 8th.
And if my daughter... No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, the date as we're recording this today is May 14th, the year 2022, the latest it has ever been.
In the history of mankind.
And you're on your phone this morning, aren't you, Tom?
I am on my phone. My computer. Here, look. Can you see it?
It's a computer.
Getting Windows ready. Don't turn off your computer. I have no idea what's going on with it. And the really bad thing about it is that I have a DJ gig tonight. So it said something about couldn't administer Windows or something. I don't know. And my hat's driving me nuts. It looks like it's cockeyed. I'm backwards. Everything's backwards.
I hear you. I had a Windows update this week too, and I was so worried my computer was going to give me problems turning on this morning. But thankfully, it fired right up and is going to allow me to do our big number of the week this week. Yes, the big number of the week is a big number. It's 195 million. Yeah,
that is a big number.
And this week, our answer is multiverse or Marilyn. Ooh, multiverse or Marilyn. We'll give you the answer before the end of the show. And our current race to 10, Joann is leading by a score of 2-0. Tom thoroughly trounced Joann in the last race to 10. We still haven't had our breakfast yet, but we'll have that soon.
Yeah. Okay, so Marilyn as in Marilyn Monroe or Maryland as in the state of Maryland?
As in Marilyn Monroe. Good.
Okay.
Clarification there, Tom. I'm glad you brought that up because, yeah. Multiverse.
Well, believe me, that would have come up in trivia. They would have said, "No, wait a minute, are you looking for the state of Maryland or?"
Yeah, so. That's an easy one to say and not get completely. Yeah, if you don't pronunciate properly, it can be misheard very easily. How many times have you heard commercials or live reads on the radio and you're like, they need to spell that word because the way they're saying it could go a couple different ways.
Or the website is .com. Oh, wait a minute. What?
Wait a minute. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, that's right. Sounds dirty.
We have a bunch of stuff. No guest for this week. Working on a guest for, next week will be in-crowd week again already. So we'll have in-crowd next week and John Berlin and our buddies at the in-crowd. And the end of the month, we're networking and doing things and growing. Actually, I take that back, Tom. Today we have a guest. He just doesn't know he's a guest. He goes by the name of BENKERT. He's a backup quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. I've gotten something very special to share with you today. And I invited Kurt to be on the show. So stick around for that. That's coming up here in just a little bit.
Okay. That's so cool.
Very cool. Very cool. I had an interesting.
I feel like there's a catch here.
I know I get your attention.
Yeah. He's good, by the way. He's good.
I like him in so many ways.
You and I talked about this when we were at, I think it was Oscars, watching the preseason game last August. And Kurt BENKERT got a shot to play, and you were really high on him. And he's been with the team, 3 years now? 2 years? Something like that. This will be, I think, his third season. I have liked what I've seen from him. Now, granted, it's preseason and it's, he's a third string quarterback probably for a reason. Don't tell him I said that. But I mean, that's the fact,
Right. When you're a second,
you're not going to beat out Aaron Rodgers.
No, exactly. And when you're a second, third string guy in preseason, you're normally playing against other second, third string guys on other teams. So there's that too.
Right.
But
Right.
his energy always high. He's got skills. He's just an obviously positive motivator type of a dude. You could just tell. So we'll see that even more on the show today. As far as shout outs today goes, all right, we did the big number. All right, I'm just Restream has got us flying on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, all at the same time. I'm still loving this Restream platform. I was promoting it yesterday at the Rocket LinkedIn lunch.
Okay, so if you're going to promote it again, which I know you will, use this. This morning, my computer decided to go haywire on me. It's now 9% on the updates. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man.
I have to disable the updates so I don't ever have to go through this again. You can't just start updating at your own will. I'm going to go in there today and I'm going to find disable automatic updates. You have got to be kidding me. Okay, so I didn't have the Restream on my phone. I had Zoom on my phone because the last time I did this on my phone, we were Zoom. All I went to was the link that you sent me a while back, popped it in, and there it was. That's how simple it was.
Yes. It's a one.
I got on in about 4 minutes. 3 minutes, about 3 minutes.
Remind me again, when you click that link, does it send you a confirmation to your email to get in first?
No.
Or it just gets you? Okay.
No. What I've done, here's what I do. Because I had put it on my computer, and all of that jazz, it didn't work on the computer. I have to go back to that link that you sent me every single week. It's my computer. It's not Restream. And what I do is every week when I'm done with the show, I grab the one that you had sent me like a year ago or however long we've been doing this.
When we started,
I send it every week. Again. I send it to myself 30, 40, 50 times, and then that's the one I use. So it's the same one. I just keep resending it so I know exactly where it is. So I don't have to go back and say, wait a minute, was it last July? Was it last April? I don't have to look for it. I could just find it.
I can tell you the bookmarks that I keep on I use Google Chrome for most of my surfing. So the bookmarks, the top line of my bookmarks are the database that I use for my real estate business. The three listing services that I use to do home searches, my Keller Williams website, which is another database and search, and then the Restream link. It's always right there at the top of my bookmark. So it's boom. It's just one click and we're on. Or one click and the site's open. One click and we're streaming live. So welcome everybody via Restream.
We're at 55%. 61%. Oh, we are kicking some butt now. I may go back to the computer here in a little bit. I might do that.
So this past week, this past Thursday was Red Day. Red Day. Renew, Energize, Donates. The day of the year when Keller across the country shut down and honor Mo Anderson's birthday by volunteering, giving where we live, doing something special for our community. And this Thursday, the Keller Williams Realty Signature offices in Galena, Janesville, and Rockford all shut down for the day, for the most part anyway. Obviously, there's things that we have to do, and we have people, manning the office for urgent things. But the majority of our agents and a lot of our admin and even some of our vendors and lenders and stuff came out with us and did work at places like the Rockford Rescue Mission, Rock House Kids here in Rockford, the 1629 Project up in Janesville, and the workshop in Galena, and a couple other places as well. Did a lot of volunteer work, landscaping, painting, staining, whatever cleaning stuff that needed to be done to better our community. So kudos to all the agents and lenders and vendors and such that came out and were a part of Red Day 2022. It was nice. It was hot, dude. It was in the 90 degrees again. So a lot of the folks that did landscape type work outside, they were sweating buckets and drinking lots of water. And so anyway,
all for a good cause.
Very good cause, very good day. And if you want to check out things that happened, hashtag Red Day or hashtag Red Day 2022, you'll find all kinds of stuff online, not just from our office, but offices all across America stopping and pausing and doing their thing for Red Day.
Right.
Speaking of real estate, you probably got this in the mail this week, maybe even yesterday. Your Winnebago County property tax bill from our Winnebago County treasurer. Thank you, Miss Gorl. If you got, I always tell a story. This is one of those self-effacing, kind of embarrassing things. The first time I got this tax bill in the mail from the first home I owned in Winnebago County, that shows up in my mailbox, and I go, "Oh my gosh, I wasn't planning for this big expense. Well, I got to pay it. It's property tax bill." So I wrote a check and I sent it in, completely forgetting that the mortgage payment that I pay to my lender escrows money for my homeowners and my tax bill. So a couple of weeks later in the mail, I get my check back saying, "This has already been paid through your escrow account by your lender." Woo. So the majority of homeowners that have home loans, you probably, more than likely, are escrowing your payment little by little every month to pay this bill when it comes due, and your lender takes care of that. If you paid cash for your home, then that's not happening. You're paying this out of your pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if you opted out. So those envelopes showed up in the mail in Winnebago County today. And if you're in a different county, maybe you're getting that as well. But the other thing that's a little bit hard to explain sometimes is property taxes are paid in arrears, which means the property tax bill you're paying now was the taxes that you incurred last year. This is the 2021 tax bill.
So what you're saying is that when you die a year later, you will receive a bill at the cemetery for property taxes for the previous year. The year you died.
You need to pay.
You know what? I'm not going to pay that one. No, not going to pay that one.
Tom's in trouble. All right.
I know. I'm a rebel.
Careful, Tom. I already mentioned a Rockford Linked lunch yesterday, which was a great turnout. The second Friday of the month, we meet for networking with other business professionals at Rockford Linked lunch, which is at the Machine Shed. Second Friday of every month, 11:30 to 1. So thanks to those who came out and joined us yesterday to hear about Circle of Change. We're going to have Aaron on the show in the next few weeks to talk about Circle of Change, what they do to help veterans. And they have a golf play day coming up in August. Yes, August 20th is when their play day is. So we'll be talking to her about that. The New Milford community garage sales are today. So if you're a garage sailor type, today's the day to hit New Milford because they're all over the place. Behind the New Milford Commons, all that neighborhood back there. There's all kinds of them back there, and there's even a few on the other side of Highway 251 behind the gas station. So there's all kinds of garage sales. I think there was like 27 or something like that. I don't know. There's a lot. There's a ton of them. Good day to garage
sales.
I want to give a shout out to Nunzio's today, and in my name box today, it's hashtag 27 years, baby. Happy 27th anniversary to my lovely wife, Christy. We celebrated by going to Nunzio's on Thursday night. So I was all wore out from Red Day, and we had an awesome meal at Nunzio's, and we were in the back room. We hadn't been in the back room for a long time. If you've ever been to Nunzio's, there's 3 different eating areas. There's like a main dining room, a side dining room, and then there's like a back room. And we were in the back room on Thursday night. So anywho, awesome food. Absolutely loved it. Yes.
Yeah.
Steak Sinatra. That's my wife's jam. Steak Sinatra.
What is?
Steak Sinatra.
Oh, Steak Sinatra. Okay.
Yeah. That's their signature. That's like their signature dish. So kudos to them. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the shout outs. I got a bunch of other, because we don't have a guest, I got a bunch of other things to share, but all right, let's do this now. Let's do this now before I slip up and completely forget. All right. Kurt BENKERT, backup quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, is actively involved in some pretty cool stuff. And I'll read this statement from Kurt that he posted a couple days ago on LinkedIn. He said, "My favorite part of these 4 areas of my life, family, football, business, and gaming, are how they got started. My wife and I met in high school, have been together since then. Now we have a family together and are raising our little girl." Kurt posts a lot of stuff, by the way, on Twitter. He's starting to post on LinkedIn a little bit. I think he's on Instagram a lot too. Little videos and stuff of him and his wife and his little girl. It's just so cute. And he's a funny guy. He said he was a small-time recruit in high school, just a few offers to colleges, played pretty well when he got his chance at University of Virginia, ended up going undrafted in the NFL, but now he's in year 5 of his NFL career.
Oh, year 5. Okay.
Year 5. He started in Atlanta, kind of like someone else we know of who became a great Green Bay Packer.
Yeah. Mr. Favre.
He started making content, reached out to some businesses with collaboration, expansion, and refinement ideas. And 4 years ago, decided to plug in a camera and go live on Twitch for the first time. He is now signed on to be a professional team for what was just a hobby at the time. That's right. He's being paid to game now. He's a gamer on this thing. And I want to play for you this quick video about Stride Esports. And this is from our guy, Kurt BENKERT from the Green Bay Packers. Kurt, take it away, buddy.
What's up, guys? My name's Kurt BENKERT. I'm a quarterback with the Packers and a professional gamer, and I just want to talk to you a little bit about esports and where it fits into my life. Starting back in 2007, that's when Halo 3 came out. It was my first taste of ranked competitive gaming, and I was absolutely hooked. That transitioned into Modern Warfare 2, where a third-party company website called Game Battles was where all the guys were getting ranked on. They were building their teams, playing against other teams, and that was the first organized gaming for me, and I absolutely loved it. A lot of people back then would catch slack for gaming, like it was just killing time, this and that, but for me, it was just another competitive outlet outside of football. And people didn't really understand that. And obviously things are changing a lot now, but there's still a lot more room we can gain ground on and really change things for the future. So that's kind of where the work with Stride comes into place. We're going to have courses, summer tournaments, all this other stuff that we're going to offer through esports that caters towards learning. And we're going to really try to develop and legitimize gaming as a career, more so than it's already seen in the public eye. I mean, a lot of times you can look out there's a lot of jobs in production, there's management, there's marketing, there's professional gamers. But if you don't cut it to be a professional gamer, you can still get a job and make a career in gaming in a lot of different outlets. And that's what we want to focus on and bring light to. I'm excited to get to know you guys, excited to work with you, and can't wait to get this thing rolling.
How cool is that, hey?
That is cool.
How fun is that? Does Kurt have a kind of a demeanor of Aaron Rodgers? He's got a similar look and kind of.
I can see that. I can see that. And I suppose hanging around Aaron Rodgers for the last couple of years might do that. So,
right.
Very interesting.
Esports, and I put the link in our comment section here for that video, so you can follow up more about what this is all about. Follow Kurt on Twitter and LinkedIn, and just see what he's doing with this thing. I think this thing, the video said it was in June when this event is coming up. But anyway, might be something worth looking into.
If you're into gaming, wonderful stuff. I'm not. I will not be logging into it. I can't do video games. They just, it's a perceptual thing with my vision, I think. I don't know.
Ooh, I got one more thing to play.
They're coming to get me. See?
They're coming to get you. That I didn't know that was going to start when I expanded on it right away. There's one other video I wanted to share today, and this is from our friend Josiah Shostrom here in Rockford. He's been doing professional stage lighting and stuff for years and has an excellent business already. But now he has opened something here in Rockford that is brand new and really exciting, just off of near Charles. And I think it's on, technically, I think it's on First Street downtown Rockford. And he is calling it City Stage Studios. And here's a little time-lapse video of something that they just launched. City Stage Studios in Rockford. Oh my, how about that? So they've got this video photography soundstage going on now in downtown Rockford called City Stage Studios.
Yeah, where did you say that was again?
Technically, I think
Jefferson and Second?
I think it's on First Street.
Okay.
I think the actual address, yeah, there it's 821 First Avenue, Rockford. So First Avenue.
Okay.
Very, very cool. They've been working on this project for, it's been an idea on his mind for 6, 7, 8 years now, but about 2 years ago is when they got this building, and they've been working and working and working and working, and they can finally say, hey, we're here. And that's one of the first major projects they did was this photo shoot for this vehicle. So
okay, that's what it was. Well, I was driving to work the other day, and I was driving down. I guess it wasn't Second, maybe it was First. Maybe that's what it is. Is it the old? It used to be a bluesy kind of a nightclub. It used to be Jack's or Better years and years ago, and then it was something else.
I know there's a boxing place right nearby there. There's a place.
Is it just down from where Alex used to Thinker? Is it just down from Thinker?
Oh, no. This is the other side of the river. This is on the east side.
Okay, never mind then.
Probably 3 blocks east of where City Hall is, but it's on First Avenue. It's not on State.
Okay. My bad. I'm thinking something different. But I saw cars parked inside a building. They had obviously refurbished it. The old it was a blues lounge. Oh my goodness gracious. What the heck was it called? I actually went there one time, watched my brother-in-law play.
That's closer to Coronado Theater, right?
It is. Yeah,
closer to
Coronado.
That side of the river.
Okay, my bad. But anyway, I'll check that out. That is so cool.
Your business, if you know anybody who's filming commercials or needing professional photo shoots with just the right lighting and such, or maybe filming a movie someday, maybe there'll be part of a movie filmed in City Stage Studios in Rockford. So kudos to Josiah Shostrom and his team for putting that together. Very, very excited for you and for us as a town here. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is so cool.
Rockford's new premier soundstage, film, video production, and photo studios. This is also the day known as Stamp Out Hunger Day. If you might have got one of these postcards in the mail from your letter carrier, today's the day to put out non-perishable food items in a bag by your mailbox, and they are collecting those to take to food pantries. Second Saturday in May every year is Stamp Out Hunger Day. So if you have some non-perishable foods, you can put in a bag by your mailbox. Your letter carrier will be taking those back to the USPS, and they'll take them to the food bank.
Along those same lines, my church just recently started, and I say recently, probably been 6 or 8 months now. We started the food pantry. It's been very, very productive and very successful. We have an overabundance sometimes of food, and some of it, it's going to spoil in the next week or so. But it's 4242 West Riverside, and there are no stipulations. You come and take as much as you want. You come on Tuesdays. It's Tuesday mornings when they do it, because we don't operate it every day. We just don't have the manpower to do that. So 4242 West Riverside, and there's a lot of good food available. There's milk, there's bread, a ton of bread, all kinds of stuff. And it's there are no questions. They're not like, oh, you got to, do you have income limitations or anything? I don't care. You could be a millionaire. Come in and get some milk if you want. If you really think
Riverside Assembly of God Church.
Riverside Assembly of God Church, 4242 West Riverside. A wonderful, wonderful thing that they're doing. And every Tuesday morning, I believe it starts at 10 or 11, but you can call the church. You can Google it, call the church. Can't remember the number offhand. But anyway, the point is, it is a very, very good thing because there are so many people out there that simply need food. And sometimes a couple of bags of groceries that get you through to the end of the month is just that little boost that you need. So as long as we're talking about that, let's feed the needy.
Riverside Assembly of God on Tuesday mornings. Looks like Joanne's ready to go. Joanne's got a hat on today. Good morning, Joann. What's up?
Good morning. Because it was taking too long, I went shopping.
As long as it doesn't say Boston Celtics on it, you're okay.
I
was so aggravated.
I so was believing in Bucks in 6 again, and it didn't happen last night.
Well, it'll be Bucks in 7.
I have new glasses, and they're not doing real good.
Whoa. All right.
Well, no, because I don't like glasses that get dark as soon as they see any light.
Well, that's because you have transitions.
I know, but that's what I ordered, but I don't like them until it's sunny.
Okay. All right.
So my new hat, you guys were talking football and I went shopping at the dog.
we
at
had
the
talked a
PAWS
little bit of
boutique.
Green Bay Packers.
Sorry.
Right. Yeah, I don't have my books.
I got here early, so I've been listening for a long time.
We appreciate that very much.
Tom always wears a hat, so I thought I would join him.
Well, yeah, but that's because I have a glare. I don't want anybody to,
I have it says, is it backwards?
No, it says mom, right?
No.
Which could be backwards.
It says dog mom.
Dog mom. It does say
dog mom.
I didn't see the dog part.
Dog mom, cat mom, bunny mom, bird mom, whatever
mom, pig mom.
All right, before we talk all things PAWS here today, let's do some SMS info. What do you say? Already talked about City Stage Studios now open up here in Rockford. Very, very cool deal with Josiah Shostrom. Rockford Park District, Lockwood Park have their Saturday activities now all the way through October. Wagon rides through the park's scenic meadows and woods. That's a $4 per person fee to do the wagon rides. There is a free children's farm barn that you can visit with the kids. And new this year is a hands-on pony experience. I believe the fee for that's $8. You do a lot of special things with the kids and the ponies. So check that out. lockwoodpark.com, lockwoodpark.com/rides. If you just want to go right to the website that tells you all about the wagon rides that they've got out there. A century of protecting and enhancing Winnebago County's natural heritage at the forest preserves of Winnebago County. There's a 100-year event today. That's up in Rockton from 10 until 2. Interactive activities, food trucks, giveaways at the Hononegah Forest Preserve. That's the address is 80 Hononegah Road in Rockton. That's right, 80 Hononegah Road in Rockton. Winnebago, the Forest Preserves of Winnebago County, also known as FPWC. Right? That doesn't sound like a radio station. 100-year event. Yeah. Check that out 10 to 2 today in Rockton. Oh, so much stuff going on this weekend. It's like spring kicked off. Home Builders Association of the Greater Rockford area has their home show this weekend. For years, this was in Rockford at Lonnie's, but it's no longer there. It's at the Boone County Fairgrounds now. They want more space. They got more space. They're in event exhibit hall number 3, I believe, over at the Boone County Fairgrounds. Today from 10 to 4, tomorrow from 11 to 3. Over 40 booths to meet with the leading builders, craftsmen, landscapers, designers, realtors, and home service providers in the Rockford area. Admission is absolutely free at the Boone County Fairgrounds for the Home Builders Association Big Home Show. This spring peck thing, antique and flea market is also this weekend at the Winnebago County Fairgrounds in Pecatonica. Today and tomorrow from 8 to 5. Over 500 vendors.
Wow.
Hello. There is a $5 admission fee for adults. Kids 12 and under are free. There's so many things to see there, which is, I guess, why they have to charge $5 to get in. Over 500 vendors in Pecatonica at the Winnebago County Fairgrounds today and tomorrow from 8 to 5. And then, as I mentioned, Stamp Out Hunger Day is today as well. Some non-local random. Oh, wait a minute. One more thing. Tomorrow at Barnstormer Distillery, they're calling it Mom's Day at the Distillery. It's a fundraiser for the Tinker Swiss Cottage Museum. Enjoy the beautiful spring weather and the local farm distillery out on the 22-acre property tomorrow, Sunday, May 15th, from noon until 6. Custom drinks, delicious food. A portion of the day's proceeds will be donated back to the Tinker Swiss Cottage Museum. This is that event, Tom, with live music by Justin Beaver.
Oh,
Justin.
yeah.
We talked about that last week, didn't we?
Okay, now
where is the barn? Where is that located again? In New Milford?
No. It's on Route 2. If you're going, if you get off on Route 2 from Maine, you go up before you hit Meridian. There it is on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
I was there last Saturday night.
I'm going to I don't care. I'm going to the Peck thing.
Okay. I was there last Saturday night. Addie and Tim, right? The owners?
Addie and Tim, yep.
Addie and Tim. Wonderful, wonderful people.
Meridian.
I did a birthday party there. It was a surprise birthday party. And you've been to Barnstormers, right? You've been there? Okay.
It's just like brand new.
Yeah.
And somewhat new, yeah. It's within the last year, I believe. I think they opened last July. They got this barn door thing that opens all the way up. It is so cool. It looks like 21st, 22nd
It's an airplane
century.
hangar. That's brand new. We just opened that within the last couple months.
Yeah, yeah. It is amazing. It is so cool. Anyway, and I had a really great conversation with Addie. Well, and Tim too, is before that. But what we did was I had birthday ready to go and all that. I had all my DJ stuff set up. And Jill, the guest of honor, came in. And as soon as the door opened, everybody yelled, "Surprise!" And I went into the Beatles. And it was a really good time. But the place is amazing. Yeah. I'm telling you, just go on in there and check it out because what they've done with it is so cool. It tables all around, stuff on the walls. They got a nice little lounge area, a couple of TVs. People were watching the Kentucky Derby. It was a fun little atmosphere. We had such a great time. And it was a beautiful night, just a wonderful experience all the way around. And like I said, Addie and Tim are very, very nice people. And they work very hard. They put so much into it. And the nice thing, and then I'll shut up. The nice thing about it, I was telling them, I said, you guys could do some weddings here. They've already done a few, but they're a little bit limited right now. They're building on. I think Tim said within the next year or two, they'll have the entire. I think they got 22 acres or something like that. They'll have an entire like a wedding area down there, and changing area for the brides and such. They will have everything in place probably within a couple of years. But for right now, it's very, very good for whatever you need to do.
My understanding is the airplane hangar that they built now that's open is really just going to be a tasting room, and they're going to build an event space for weddings and other events. And so that'll be like a whole separate building. It's going to be really something special. So,
and if you go there, ask Addie to explain the origin of how they came up with Barnstormers and what they were originally called. It was called Grant View something. Grant View Distilleries. Yeah. So it's a really interesting story on how that all worked out. So ask her to tell you about it, and she will.
Very cool. Very cool.
Wonderful place. Yep.
Let's see here. It was back in March. There was it seemed like every day was the World Series of Poker. U.S. casinos had their best month ever, $5.31 billion in revenue. And that doesn't even include revenue from casinos run by the Native American tribes, which is a lot. Gamblers spent $8.19 billion in slot machines in the first quarter of this year. $8.19 billion. You wonder why there's so many slot machines are all over the place. Apparently they actually do get used.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of hitting the jackpot, Tom Brady Do you hear about his big deal this week?
No.
When he retires, not if, when he's going to retire eventually. Maybe
after this year, he probably will.
Maybe not. There's some talk now that he won't retire even after this year, but anyway. Fox Sports has inked his deal already to call football games for a reported 10 years, $375 million. Remember a few weeks ago, we were talking about Troy Aikman's deal for like $100 million or 100 and something $million. This blows it out of the water. Biggest contract in TV sports history, more than double what Troy Aikman and Tony Romo make in their deals. Fox Sports wants Tom Brady. Here's the thing. You might, some of you folks watching and listening to this right now might be too young to remember this, but back in the day, there was this fellow by the name of Joe Montana. He won all these Super Bowls. He was the best quarterback, or one of the, leading the best teams.
At the time, he was the greatest of all time. He was the GOAT.
They put him on TV, and he didn't even last the whole season because he sucked on television.
He wasn't very good. I remember that.
He's a great guy, and he's an okay pitcher.
Are you predicting something for?
All I'm saying is there's no guarantee Tom Brady's going to be the next Tony Romo. Tony Romo's been awesome. He deserves
it. Good from day one.
Yes. Tony Romo, once he picked up on the pacing of how things had to go, here's your window. You got, 22 seconds. Boom, boom, boom. Summarize the play. Let's go. He nails it nearly every time, and he predicts plays better than just about anybody ever has.
Yeah, they're in a 2-option set. I think you're going to see a left-hand, a left side run right here, and boom, there it is.
There it is. Now, Troy Aikman, I've never thought he's been that good. He's okay, but I've never thought he's been great on TV. And I think Tom Brady's going to be more like Troy Aikman on TV, but I could be wrong. I'm not hoping for or against him. I'm just saying Joe Montana sucked.
It's simply name recognition. That's all they're going for.
Well, that's kind of what I was going to say. They're hoping for the name.
Yeah.
They
tried it with Bill Walsh.
This is what I don't understand. The NFL doesn't need a Tom Brady to boost ratings or anything like that. It doesn't need
Tom Warner.
That's right.
No, I don't think so. But you look at somebody like a Greg Olsen. Greg Olsen's very good.
He's doing well too.
To me, I think he's the heir apparent. He should be. He's better than Troy Aikman. Oh, without question. And Joe Buck, I think, is the best.
Joe Buck's really good, and I've loved what Tony Romo's done as a color guy. So kudos.
And Jim Nance is good too. That's a really good team they got there. The best team of all, though, Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth. I love Al Michaels as well, but Mike Tirico is so good, and Chris Collinsworth is probably the best. Period. Tony Romo is a very close second. It's 1 and 1A is what it is.
Okay. I'm picking Romo over anybody else these days.
Yeah. Maybe it's interchangeable, I think.
All right. What are you afraid of? Here's a survey recently that found 66% of us, basically 2 out of every 3 people, are deathly afraid of losing or being separated from their phone. Oh,
no, I don't care.
Carrie
We
Underwood.
spend a lot of time looking for our phones.
Yeah, don't lose your phone. Everything's on the phone. Carrie Underwood recently admitted that she is deathly afraid of turtles.
Wow.
Turtles. Apparently, as a young child, she was bitten by a snapper turtle or something while playing with it, and she's always been afraid of them ever since. So,
jeez.
What are you afraid?
I'm afraid of clowns.
You're still afraid of clowns?
Clowns scare
I don't
everybody.
like clowns.
How can you be afraid of what you are, Tom?
Oh!
Without the makeup.
That whole generation with what is that? That comes out of the
Stephen King thing.
Stephen King caused us all to be afraid of clowns.
I think that's part of it. The other thing is John Wayne Gacy, killer clown. He was Pogo the clown.
That didn't help.
No.
For the 5th year in a row, Liam was the most popular name for boys in the United States. 5 years in a row.
And yet I don't know any Liams. Well, I probably do.
I only know one, and he's in his 20s.
I know Liam Neeson.
Well, yeah,
the actor.
Personally, I know.
I had some Liams in my preschool classes.
Liam Gallagher from Oasis.
Yeah,
but anyway, but other than that, I do know a couple of Liams. But if it's it's for the 5th year in a row the most popular name, you'd think they'd be all over the place.
Right? 3rd year in a row, the #1 name for girls. Can you guess what that one is?
Emily.
Did you both just say Emily?
No, I said Emily.
Okay. For the 3rd year in a row, Olivia is the top name for girls. So
Olivia.
we'll be seeing a lot of Olivias and Liams. And then that's according to the Social Security Administration when they register names. Finally, hedge fund billionaire Ken Griffin paid $8 million for a seat on a Blue Origin flight to space at a charity auction. He's donating that seat to a New York City teacher. And I'm on this show to say, hey, Ken, my wife's a teacher. She would love to go into space. So if this New York City teacher bails on you, you got a gal here in Northern Illinois who will take you up on your offer and thank you for that $8 million donation and take her seat on that Blue Origin flight up into space and spend whatever it is, the 5 or 10 minutes that they do up there before coming back down to Earth. So she's here. Contact me, Ken Griffin. I've got your person. If this teacher bails.
Ken Griffin, that name sounds familiar. Is he the one? Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't say anything.
When I first saw this, my first thought was the guy who owns ABC Supply Company in Beloit, but that guy passed away a few years ago.
No, that's Kendricks. Hendrickson. Diane Hendrickson, and her husband was, I want to say Ken, so that's where the Ken comes in.
Yeah.
Ken Hendrickson. Yeah. And she, by the way, is the richest woman in the United States, 14.2 billion.
She's doing a lot of good in Beloit and around the world. She's doing a lot of really cool things. So kudos to what she's been doing. So there is your randoms for this week. And we can turn now to all things PAWS. Do we want to do a tour today? I know you got your golf outing coming up. We want to promote that too. What should we do, Joann?
We have lots of cats here.
Oh, it's a super busy cat day at the PAWS Humane Society. My daughter's cat still acclimating to her house and her situation there, but she renamed her cat. In case I didn't tell you this last week, she adopted a cat named Titan, but she didn't feel he was a Titan. She definitely felt like he was a Kelso. Very good looking, but scared of everything.
What is? You cut out a little bit. What's the name?
Kelso from that 70s show.
Oh, geez, Kelso.
Yeah, really good looking, but scared of just about everything.
Oh, they get over that, I think. This is Max. Max was adopted, and then the landlord found out they had a cat, and they had to get rid of the cat. So, kind of sad.
Yeah.
Need some beer. Did I mirror my camera the wrong way? I never remember that. Here's Salt and Pepper.
Oh, geez.
That's my name for them.
That's cool.
I've never had a white cat.
I haven't either.
They're really, I can't. They've got too much information. Nala and Cappy. Cappy is the black cat. Nala came down. She's a beautiful girl. And then here's the pet of the week.
Figaro.
And Figaro also, his owners moved and decided not to take him with them. I don't know why. They moved to a place that I'm not going to say.
It just didn't work out.
No. Yeah. We can't, they do the right thing. They put them at a shelter, and we have kittens.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, this little guy's in the litter box. Ooh. Now she is not in the litter box. You can always tell the girls because when they're torties, they're always girls. So we've got 4 kittens in here. 1, 2. quite a few. There's a little Siamese.
Oh, all from the same litter? Probably not.
I don't know. We've had so many coming in lately. I can't keep track.
Yeah.
This is Charlotte. We got some side kids. Here's another Siamese. People liking Siamese. She says she's adopted though, so don't come in. Sprinkles. We had that one in a different cage earlier. And this is, I can't see her name, Snow White. She had 7 dwarfs. She came in pregnant, so her kittens are ready to be adopted. Here's another little one, Confetti.
Confetti.
She's another Torty.
Call her Tuxedo.
Torby.
These guys on the bottom, they still need to be taken care of.
So here's, we're kind of, remember the one, I don't know when it was when I came in and we had so few cats. Now we're bursting at the seams. So we do need adoptions. And also, you know, last week, my dog got adopted. Her name was Molly. And it was so exciting. I don't know if you saw my post on Facebook, but the people who adopted her had adopted a dog from me 6 years ago. And I was able to reconnect with that dog. And I've been fostering probably for 10 years. And I always keep the dogs in my heart. I never really forget them, but there's a picture of me with that dog. I don't think the dog came right to me and cuddled with me, so I think he remembered me.
Oh, I'm
in
sure
my
he
heart of hearts, I want to say that. But we do need fosters for cats and dogs, and it's something that if you're into it, I mean, it's something does a lot for you. I don't know how to say it any more than that.
Yeah. Well,
it gets in your soul.
Right. You say you remember, they remember you oftentimes too. It's a special bond you form.
Yes.
Fill out an application. Join our fabulous team of fosters at the PAWS Humane Society.
Yeah, I mean, it's something you will never. I mean, it's different. It's different than fostering kids. I know that. I mean, that's a need too. But Molly was one from Arkansas. She had 2 babies. They're dumped at a shelter. They are close to being euthanized. So when you foster a dog, you're actually saving a life.
Okay.
And I feel it's a bridge. I am a bridge. I'm bridging that dog to another life.
Get them to the place where they need to be.
It's I don't know how else to say it.
Awesome. Well, the PAWS For the Love of Animals Golf Day is coming up on June 25th.
That's next month.
That's the next month already. For the Love of Animals Golf Play Day, teaming up with Noah's Ark, hosted by Timber Point Golf Club in Poplar Grove. I was out there showing a house this week and drove by the golf club. I didn't have a chance to play it, obviously, but the course looks awesome. It looks beautiful. It's a great place to, even if you don't play golf, they've got a wonderful clubhouse, a great place to hang out at the bar and watch TV and look out the back window to the golf course and see people golfing, and just a beautiful, beautiful place. Timber Point Golf.
I've done 2 trivia events there, and it is really, really a nice facility.
It's beautiful.
Really nice.
They got a big white tent out to the east side of the building that they often host weddings and receptions out there as well. So check out Timber Point and sign up for the golf day. It is June 25th, 9:30 start, lunch to follow your round of golf. Your $90 per golfer includes 18 holes, the golf cart, and your dinner. So
sounds good.
Should be a wonderful day. All right.
So June 25th. That is a Monday.
I think we decided it was a Monday.
It's a Monday. It's a Monday.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to have to take that day off from work.
All right. I think we may have covered everything today, unless I missed anything. You guys got anything else to cover?
Well, we didn't really get a chance to talk my Milwaukee Bucks.
Well, like I said, I was so disappointed that they didn't close it out in 6 with the win at home last night. So they got to play again on Sunday in Boston, which they just won their last 2 days ago. So 3 days ago.
It's eminently winnable. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's all basketball and same court, whatever. But you know what? You got to stop, Jason. Okay, so let me just say this. 30 seconds here, which is never 30 seconds. The Boston Celtics shot the lights out last night with 3-pointers. Absolutely shot the lights out. Jason Tatum scored 47 points. I think he hit like 10 3-pointers. Unbelievable.
He was on fire.
Shooting. They're not going to be able to do that again. They're just not going to be able to repeat that performance. Just like Milwaukee wasn't able to repeat the 137 they scored 3 nights ago now, when they beat Boston in Boston. Look, Game 7, it's a whole different ball game. Whoever plays better on that day will win. And it has nothing to do with the previous 6 games. So I think
Chris
Milwaukee
Middleton will be back, will he?
He won't be back for this game. I don't think. No, he'll be back possibly for the next series.
We miss Chris Middleton, but
the
Bucks pulled it off last year without Giannis for a couple of games. So
yeah,
it
they
can
did.
be
You're
done.
right.
It can be done. They don't have PJ Tucker this year, though. They need another lockdown. They need Drew Holiday to really step up his defense, which he's done.
Yeah. Bobby Portis is pretty doggone good. They're so well coached, and defensively they're good. Offensively they're good. They didn't show it so much last night. But Boston's defense, I mean, you got Marcus Smart, the defensive player of the year. He is just too good. He is so good. Neutralize him. Get him in foul trouble. Do whatever you got to do. But just win. Just win, baby.
Guys. Just win, baby. In our current race to 10 for the big number of the week, Tom's at 0. Joanne's at 2. It's time to do our big number of the week. Yes, it is a very big number, too. It's 195 million. 195 million, the big number of the week. Will the answer be multiverse or Marilyn? Multiverse or Marilyn? Go ahead and post your guess in the chat if you're joining along with us here today. Thank you to those who are watching via LinkedIn, via Facebook, and via YouTube. And Kurt BENKERT, here's looking at you, buddy. Put your guess in. Kurt, come on. What's your guess? We want to see. All right. Here we go. All right. Tom, Joanne, time for your guess. Give it to me, please. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Maryland.
You both go for Maryland. Both go for Maryland.
Well, multiverse seemed like the obvious, so I sometimes like to go for the not so obvious.
Okay. So let's say that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is the new big movie in theaters right now. North American box office had its best opening of the year and second biggest opening of the pandemic era. Spider-Man No Way Home is still number 1. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness brought in $185 million. $195 million was what Andy Warhol got for his painting of Marilyn Monroe called Shot Stage Blue Marilyn.
Nice.
Christie's auction house this week auctioned that off. It's the priciest sale of any American artwork at auction, the most expensive 20th century artwork to sell at auction. A $450 million Leonardo da Vinci painting remains number 1 on the all-time list. That's huge, too. But $195 million for that blue Andy Warhol. It's very interesting. You've probably seen it before. You just didn't know how amazingly popular that it was. So, anyway.
To one guy, at least.
Yeah.
Yes, $195 million worth. So there you go. That's going to do it for us this week. Again, next week is In-Crowd Week, so we'll be talking with John Berlin and find out what In-Crowd is doing for the last Thursday of the month this month. Remember,
May
folks,
went by pretty quick.
it sure did, right? It's already the 14th day of May. Remember, you change the world when you help one person, so be a blessing to someone this week. We'll try to do the same and meet you back here next week for another Saturday morning Stateline show. Have a good one, Joann. Good one, Tom.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Catch you later.